This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. The discussion today is about Ernst & Young, EY. EY is one of the great Big Four accounting firms, and it is one of the largest, one of the two largest always, and really a well-managed firm in the big scheme of things. It tried over the last year to do the split of its audit and consulting business for a lot of reasons. One, to monetize the consulting business because you could sell that, you could do great with it, the partners make a lot of money. Two, because there's more and more conflicts of interest between audit and consulting. At the end of the day, the deal for a bunch of reasons was shelved. But in doing the deal, EY, like any firm of their size, and you got to remember, EY is a $45 billion firm with 390,000 or so global employees. So what happened here is they ended up with a price tag on the bill of about $600 million. And one of the things that you learn in big professional services firms is partners are very sort of, they think, many of them think of the present today. Are my distributions getting bigger or smaller? And so rather than simply taking the hit against distributions, EY's plan now, and I didn't see the exact number, but it's to borrow a good deal of money so they can continue to make distributions to their partners close to the levels they were making them before. And this is its own challenge. We always believe that borrowing money to pay dividends or distributions is generally a mistake. And that doesn't mean that in businesses you don't do periodic dividend recaps, but you just got to make sure if you're doing a dividend recap, you're doing it at such a number that leaves the business what we call anti-fragile. So the basic concept is borrowing money to pay dividends distributions, a problem. Of course, dividend recaps are a totally different type of business. In some ways, this is kind of like a dividend recap. In also some ways, EY with $45 billion in revenues can probably afford the $600 million without causing lots of stress. But the general concept of borrowing money to pay dividends and distributions, particularly partner distributions, generally problematic, though I do understand here that we're probably in a spot where this is somewhat similar to a small dividend recap for all practical purposes, so maybe okay. But I found it fascinating. I've grown to love dividend recaps in some settings, but the concept of borrowing money to do dividends or do distributions on a regular basis, probably problematic. Thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity Business Podcast, and excuse me for the multifaceted thinking on the issue. Thank you. Text me at 773-766-5322, and if you're the first person that listens to this and text me, we'll send you a $50 Amazon gift certificate from Becker Strategy Group. Thank you for listening.